Flosstube. Hello to all my stitchy friends out there. This is Flosstube number 4. Can you believe it? I don't know how I made it this far, so hey, if you watched some of the first ones and you came back, welcome back. Power to you. Nice to meet everyone and nice to see everyone again. So I have been, of course, watching lots of Flosstube, and now I'm thinking, wow, I have a lot to share with everybody. So I'm gonna dive right in. I made little notes so that I would know what to talk about. My name is Angel, I should start with that, and I am the Elegant Thread. And I have an Etsy shop, and I sell needle minders and project bags, and I'm also a stitcher, and I've been stitching for more than 30 years. Let's just say that. So I was watching Gemma Butler from Gem Stitch, and she referred to something called the bin of shame, which I thought was hilarious because bin of shame, I guess those are a stash, or is it a pile of whips? I don't know, but that's funny. I don't really have a large bin of shame. Yeah. If you hear that, cat, sorry, that's Henry. He likes to meow at doors. He doesn't like any doors closed, so it must be a cat thing. So he's a big orange cat. They're all kind of a little bit cuckoo. So I also was watching Stitching the Dream with Lisa and Crystal. Hello. And Lisa likes Quakers, as do I. Love Quaker samplers. I even have a book on it. Maybe I'll show you that next time. And Crystal obviously likes snowmen. But Lisa has a pattern called Glory that she's going to be doing, which leads me down another path. You know, everything branches off. Ugh. I have some really old stuff, and I figured, you know, I should share with you some really old stuff. But what she is stitching is called Glory. And here is my finished version of it. And this is from, let me look at the date. This is from the year 2000. So it's from a long time ago. But I have stuff that's way older than this, yeah. But this is it, Glory. And when she showed the pattern, I was so excited. I said, this is the first time I have something that someone else is stitching. And it's all framed and it's wonderful. Yay! Yeah. I found it because I keep all of my, I guess, information in these little cards that I made. And I keep a picture of the finished project, and then it's called My Stitching Project, and I have all of my information that I put down in there. And this is called Old Glory. I'll hold it up while I talk about it. So here you go, Old Glory. It's cross stitch. It's stitched with DMC 2/2 with a 26 tapestry needle on cream linen 32 count. So isn't that cool? Now I would also keep like the designer and stuff because I have no idea. Maybe I wrote it down somewhere else. So there you go, Old Glory. Getting back to these, I keep them in, here's a blank one that I have. Let me see, there you go. Can you see that? Okay. And I keep them all in binders. And I keep them in these sleeves because what I can do is you can keep the pattern on the back. You have the front with the picture and all the information, and then in the back I can keep the pattern, I can keep little extra bits of floss that I may have left over, and then I know where to go to find out when I stitched it, the pattern if I have it, if I want to share it with somebody. But there it is, I keep them in these binders. I have like 4 of these. So just saying, I've accumulated a few. I'm one of those people that probably should have done Flosstube a long time ago. But in this vein of Glory, it really started me thinking I have some other things that are from that same time frame. So in 2000, I also stitched this. Now the button is missing from one of the moves that I did, one of the many moves I did. And it's supposed to be a red ceramic button. Beep, beep, there you go. And this is called Hurrah. And again, did I put down now I would put down who designed it. Back then in 2000, I didn't really think of that. I just wanted the name of it. And again, it's on 28 count cream linen, 2 DMC threads over 2. And interestingly enough, all of these things I'm about to show you I stitched when I lived in Oklahoma City. I was stationed there, and the silver needle was my LNS. And I hear people talk about the silver needle, and it brings back all these memories, which is really awesome. So here's another one. This one, of course, is called Liberty, and this is on 14 count natural linen, and it is 2-ply DMC over 2 as well. Again, stitched in the year 2000. You see, I had a little theme in 2000. When I lived there, Americana, my house used to be decorated in more Americana type things. I had lots of red, white, and blue and kind of antique-y things like that. But yeah, I have moved on from that. But there it is. And they were all framed at the silver needle as well. So this one, they're all in the same kind of designer, I think. This one is stitched in Weeks Dye Works, a combination of Weeks and DMC, and it's 32 count cream linen. This one was stitched in 2001. So I still lived in Oklahoma though, because I put a place of completion so that I'll know where I lived and who my LNS was when I completed it. And here's the last in that series, a little guy. And I didn't even put down the name of this fellow. But he is on 32 count cream linen. He was also in 2001. So yay, aren't they cute, all of them? So I don't have them hanging up anymore. I had to actually dig these out. Funny story about them is I had a garage sale at some point. I think I might have lived in Virginia Beach at the time, and Dying to Stitch was my LNS. Now that I hear the names of all these places, I lived in all these places, and I used to go to Dying to Stitch's Stitch Night. So very, very interesting. I'm sure it's maybe some of the same ladies, but a large military population there, so we're always rolling in and out. I myself am retired military. So all of these I had them in a box, I had them in closets. I don't really decorate like that anymore. So I put them on a table for a garage sale. And this lady came by and she picked them all up, and she came over and she's like, "Did you stitch these?" Yeah. I said, I just don't want them anymore. It's not my style anymore. It's kind of like do you still stitch ducks? Yeah, no, nobody does. So I have these. She said, "I am not gonna buy them from you. What I would like you to do is keep them. Because even though they're not your style, you put your hands and your time in them, and they will mean something to somebody, even you, in the future. Please, please don't give them away." So I thought, wow, okay. I mean, I thought they were these small little projects. Okay, so I stacked them all up, and I've been saving them ever since. And because of that nice lady, I have no idea who it was, clearly a fellow stitcher, I now keep everything. And I do roll everything up, and I have it in a drawer, and I will start pulling it out and showing you, and you can see all of the binders full of things that I have to share, which is kind of cool because I've never had anybody to share them with before, to show them to, just me. And whoever my LNS, Stitch Night is, I go and, hey, here's my finished project, and then what do you do with it? So that's kind of cool. Thank you, Lisa, from Stitching the Dream, because you just made me happy to go back over those things and see them. So, hey, I appreciate it. I'm going to show you some works in progress. I mentioned before that I am kind of a monogamous stitcher, kind of, but I was stitching on that, the Biscornu, that's what it's called, the Biscornu, and I got to a point where it's all backstitch, and nope, who loves backstitch? I just want, if you do, tell me, because I have yet to meet someone who absolutely loves that. So in my project bag is the Sweetheart Tree Biscornu that I am working on. And I finished the top part and I'm just to the beading left to do on that. My little frog needle minder, hello. I make those. And I started on the bottom part of it. That doesn't look very good, but I think you know what I'm talking about. There you go. I started on the bottom of it, and see, I'm to this point where you do all this like filigree type back stitching. And I thought, oh, geez, I'd like to work on something that's an X for a little bit, you know, just a little something. Okay, so I purchased for Jen Lee's birthday sal, Jen Lee from Quirks and Stitches. I've never done a sal, but it looked kind of cool. The pattern that she picked looked kind of cool. So I bought it and I thought I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do a sal, which I'm thinking only means, hey, let's just all stitch the same thing, right? I initially thought a sal was like, okay, by Tuesday we will have this section done, but it's not that regimented, I'm realizing. So in one of the Mardi Gras bags that I'm selling on my site, ta-da, I have the Matter's Choice by Carriage House Samplings. This is what I started, so it's a new start. Yay! I intended on doing this one, the big one, and I have this piece of linen. I only have one piece of fabric in my stash, one. It's a piece of linen, and I have no idea what the count is. It is from something that I started back in Lord knows when. I lived in Virginia Beach at the time. I got the fabric from Dying to Stitch, and it is probably 3 feet long. And I did something on it the first time I ever tried to do my own color conversion for the sampler that I was doing. They were awful. The colors I chose were absolutely dreadful. So bad that I got, you know, maybe 2 inches down into the sampler, and I stored it for years and years and years. And then I went back to it and I cut it off and I threw it away because it was so bad. I'm not good at that whole choosing other colors for things. I'm just saying. You guys are really good at it. So I might reach out to some of you at some point to get some advice on that. So I started it. Let's put it on this. There we go. This is how far I am. And this is the piece of linen that I was talking about. I think it's about 36 count. I tried to, you know, measure off an inch, count it out. I think it's 36 count. It is not an even weave. It has, you know, some of that unevenness going on in it, but here it is. I'm using the recommended 1 strand over 2, but you can see through it, and it's, I don't know. From here, it looks pretty good. And here's my new needle minder I just made. Yay! Isn't that pretty? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna finish it, but it's growing on me. It's growing on me. At first I thought, this is not enough coverage. This is awful. You can see the linen right through it, but now in a different light and kind of with a background on it, it doesn't look so bad. But there I am. Okay, second story. I was gonna do the big one, but I took the linen out. I saw what it said on the package for how big it is. I tried to add like an inch or 2, and then I cut it out. And then I looked at it and I thought, I don't think this piece is big enough to put the big one on. So I measured it out, and sure enough, it is not. So I'm doing the little guy that it also comes with. So I'll do both. I'll eventually do both. I have plenty of this to do the other one. I will measure better and I will cut better, but this one is the small one. So I'm doing the sal, but I'm doing kind of the other one in the pattern. So thank you, Jen Lee. Happy birthday, Quirks and Stitches. So I'm stitching along with you. And she has a hashtag, age doesn't matter Sal, because let me tell you, she is much younger than I am. But you know, age doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm old enough to be her mother. Okay, so next thing I wrote down, I discovered a new Flosstuber Sunshine Stitchers. Boy, are they a hoot. Yeah, so they not sisters. I think they're the ones I'm thinking about, Sunshine Stitchers. Maybe, no, those are the three people, I think, the Sunshine Stitchers. Yeah, they're a hoot. Their interaction is really neat. I also want to give a shout out and a thank you to So Grateful. You know, she is really a fantastic woman and her energy is so good. I really, if I'm ever in that area of the country, I'm gonna just ding dong, stop by and have a cup of coffee and we can stitch and chat because it feels like I've known you absolutely forever. I'm going to guess that you were a military spouse based on the locations of where you lived. And either you're from there where you live now, or you are retired Navy and that's where you ended up. So I myself am also retired Navy. Someday in the future, if I ever meet you, I'll tell you what I did, but I don't do that anymore. One more thing, I signed up for a retreat this year and I'm very excited about it. I did this retreat back in, I think 2011, 2012. It is a Christmas in Williamsburg. And I don't remember the name of the society that puts it on, some kind of needlework society. It was really, really great. I actually still have a whip from that one. I will pull that out. That's my biggest whip that I still have. And I'll tell you why it's still a whip and why I do like 1 inch of it a year. So that's for next time. But it is one of my biggest ones. So my question for you is, what's your biggest project? So I know some people do a lot of little ones, like like my little guys here. These little knock 'em out, and they're fast and they're fun. And some, now I'm on to things that are larger. I like samplers and things like that. So what's your biggest project? The both completed biggest project and currently working on biggest project. I will answer those questions next time. I wanted to tell you about the 56th annual Needlework Show and Sale. It is at Woodlawn. So, oh my gosh, does this have any information on it? Well, here you go. I think I had one that has information. This one's better. Okay, here we go. Woodlawn and Frank Lloyd Wright's Pope Lady House. Now, the Flosstuber who is the medical student who's now a doctor and lives in Baltimore, I don't know her name. Somebody else commented on my other Flosstube. They don't know her name either, but she was really great. I mean, she was addictive. I watched all of her stuff straight through. I probably spent 4 hours. Okay. She had a piece in this show 2 years ago, and I believe she also had a piece in it last year. So this year I submitted 2 pieces to this show, and it starts today, the show. So if you're in Northern Virginia and you have time, stop by and check out what they have, because they're gonna have some beautiful things there. I won't be able to get there until the last weekend in March, but if you're there the last weekend in March, let me know. We could get together. So there it is. It's called Woodlawn and Frank Lloyd Wright's House. 56th annual Needlework Art and Show. Show and Sale. Needlework Show and Sale. Okay, that was all of that in 19 minutes. Oh my God, I think I spoke too fast. But I had 2 pieces of haul to talk about. I don't get a lot of haul because I don't want to have the bin of shame going on. One, it's small. One little thing I bought was this edging, Lady Dot edging. This is the chenille edging. And I bought it because I made this pillow. And I needed some edging, and it's my first time I've ever made a pillow, and I put the edging on it. Yay! So here it is. I'm probably never going to use it, so at some point when we get closer to Christmas, maybe I'll offer it to one of you for sure. you can have my pillow. So that's what the haul was. And the other piece of haul was Matter's Choice, so that I could do the stitch along with Jen Lee. I have I don't have any new needlework project bags up on the site besides Mardi Gras. And I have a few needle minders. Oh my goodness. They are heirloom pieces that I just put up. Oh my god. Okay, I'll show you just a second, Okay, I'll grab just a few. I should have been ready. Okay, maybe I should take them out of the bag so you can see them better. Let me know if you can't see them. This is the little pearl crown, fit for a queen. Is this not just the most cute little thing? This pearl and crystal needle minder. Of course, they all have these little ergonomic button backs. Okay, this fellow is stinking fabulous. Look at that. Beautiful. So this is kind of the heirloom series of needle minders that I made, and they are all so beautiful. And one more that is stunning. Yay! The magnets are really strong. They're rare earth magnets, and they're strong enough that you could put them on a scarf, on your coat or sweater, as well as use them for stitching. So I'm taking one out. So here it is. I'll learn how to do that better. They are strong. Let me tell you, strong. I do the little ergonomic button so you can grab it, so you're not like fishing around trying to find it. And I mean, you could put them anywhere, right? You could wear them as a piece of clothing. Ta-da! You know, wear it as something. I think it would be beautiful to close a scarf. But there you go. That's what's new with me. I love making them. And I love making the project bags. It's a nice break from cross stitching and all of that back stitching that's going on the Biscornu. So there it is. Hey, it's great to see you, and I hope you got a little bit of stitching done. If you did, post it on Instagram so I can see it, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.